What's up guys, Tevy here back again with another episode of Let's Play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. And in episode 9, we are going against freaking Leatherhead. So first, let me actually turn this down so I can hear myself a little bit better. There we go, that works. Alright, so, as always guys, let me know how your day is going down in the comment section below. It hasn't been that long since the last time I recorded an episode. That was probably like last night. I tried to get through all of them in a single sitting, but I was able to like get through half, so yeah, at least halfway did it. So as I said before, we are going to be playing probably a majority, like remaining stages as Donatello, so I can hurry up and rank them up, and we found Rasputin. So now I think we're at 3 of the frogs. I was mistaken in the last one thinking that we were at 3, but no, this is the 3rd one we found. So we got one more, and then that should be all of them, and then we'll be able to unlock their request for us to find the disgusting bugs to give them. And since last night, since I stopped recording, I have gotten to start watching a few of the episodes. I'm on season 2 now, but I fell asleep like halfway through just because, you know, I was staying all night trying to get these done, and at this point, like, those cartoons, they hit different when you're older, especially like, if you're like really big into art and you're paying such close attention to like it frame by frame, because there are oh my god, I can't believe I even noticed this, but there are times in the cartoon when you're watching that sometimes, like when the group is standing together, you'll actually see there's 2 of one color, yet they have the details for the other one there. So like, what was it called? I think it was like the second to last episode for the season finale for 1. Like, when you see the 4 together, you see there's 2 Leonardos, like, color-wise, but he still has Raphael's weapons and his belt on there. They're like, what the fuck? Why is he blue? It's like, those small little things, like, it just makes or breaks a scene, especially when you're paying attention to it. I'm sure anyone would notice it too, because you can see there's clearly 2 turtles now that are blue instead of 1. Oh good, oh no, disgusting bug. But anyway, as we're making our way through Coney Island, what question should I suggest now? In fact, let me actually answer some of the ones I posed before. I said what's your favorite episode in the series if you watched it. At this point, I would probably say mine is... oh my god, I can't even remember the name of it now, but it involves like the first instance of where we're introduced to Dimension X, where we have the Centurions make their way through while they're chasing, what were they called? The Nimroids, which are like actually characters we meet in this game. Now let's actually know who they are, but we won't be meeting them until probably like, I want to say parts, I think maybe even the next part, we might see the first one. There's 3 of them we need to find, but I have seen Irma, Vernon, and Burn in the cartoon now. They're introduced really early, but oh my god, I think I like Irma's voice in this one so much better than in that one. I think it's mostly because like I find her voice actress in this one more alluring than hers in the cartoon. But that's probably because like they're trying for a different... Oh, you know what? This is a trophy too. Beating this, all I did was just go like to the center because you have to hit these and use my special, and that makes it a lot easier to actually get this. You know, I don't even think there's like a prize for doing them all. I just decided to do it because I wanted to. Also, make sure to reflect that for my points. And we did level up for Donatello, so now we should be at level 5 since we hit the 1,000 point, and by the time we get to level 10, it should be at 2,000. Of course, you don't have to destroy all these. I'm just doing it because I thought I had to, but I already got the achievement for it, so it's not necessary. Oh, here goes those freaking plunger enemies I talked about a few episodes before. You can deflect their projectiles back at them as well. However, like I find the timing on theirs is a bit more difficult than the yellow one that throws the tool at you. I can't remember what that particular tool is called now that I think about it. I have one, and yet I don't know what it's called. Oh good, we defeated another challenge by getting 2 enemies defeated using traps. And at this point, thankfully, I checked to see... Actually, no, it doesn't matter at this point, because this is the very end, so I'm not going to be able to do the fling one anyway, so I have to come back and do that one later on. Alright, so here's the boss of this episode, Leatherhead. And we even see the punk frogs in the background on the roller coasters. Throughout this battle, they're going to be trying to like somewhat give us some support. They can either throw those exploding barrels or pizza at us. In fact, I think they do throw pizza at me one time in this fight, and I missed it by like a second and ended up dying. When we get to this phase of his fight, when he's just jumping from manhole to manhole, all you really want to do is just stand towards like the bottom part over here. Not over here where I'm standing, like the very bottom part where the health bar is, so you can avoid getting chomped on. Just move left and right as he's coming closer to it. So yeah, I could have got that pizza and saved myself the trouble of dying, but it was too late. So yeah, this is where I start realizing, let me just like hang around like this back portion over here, so he can't really hit me, because he's always going to go immediately back into the manhole once he lands. Once he's like out, and then if he starts like walking about, that's when you know like that attack is done. Another thing, if you get too many good hits on him while he's doing it, he will start utilizing his tail more and chomp you, and I hate that. Thankfully you can get some hits on him when he's jumping off, but I decided to like, nah, let me just build up my meter so I can actually get a super hit off on him and deal a bit more damage than what I would normally. Thankfully he stayed over here, got a good chunk off. So if he starts doing like the freaking sewer move again, you can probably hang out somewhere and build up a meter if possible. But I only got like, he only has so much health left, so I might be able to finish him off as soon as he's done. It's any time now. Whenever you feel like you're done jumping, there we go. One more hit, boom, that's it for Leatherhead.
Feel like gumbo. Just a minute. Way to go!
Alright, so oh, this is episode 9. Why don't I think it was something else? Well, anyway, now we can move on to episode 10.
Hey, come back here with that android torso.
Oh, never mind, that was the last frog. Okay, I'm tripping. So now that we got all 4 of the punk frogs, now we can go see what their request is. But since I already told you what it is, we have to collect 8 disgusting bugs for them. And we got like 3 more left to find. So yeah, the punk frogs are pretty interesting. I haven't met them yet in the anime. I'm sorry, in the cartoon, as far as I've seen. Ooh, episode 10. So, boss for this one, Metalhead, that's who it is. This is actually one of my favorite ones. In terms of like bosses, it's pretty straightforward. He doesn't have like too many like overly gimmicky moves that results you having to like wait for a long time to actually go back to attacking him. And thankfully, oh no. Thankfully they only come by once, those freaking motorcycle enemies, but getting grabbed is a real hassle in this episode. Just because of how many times we have enemies that can do it. And I think there's a boss that, yeah, I think Metalhead does actually grab you. Thankfully I dodged it the majority of the times, as far as I can recall, so it's not too big of a hassle, but there is going to be a new enemy that we're introduced into this area, which I think is based around the Mousers. Yeah, I think it's like a giant mouse, not a giant Mouser robot, more like a humanoid shape with Mouser heads as its arms, and when you defeat it, it drops more Mousers. So this one is really big on like robot enemies. And also, another thing I didn't realize, in the cartoon too, the foot soldiers are robots, hence why every time we defeat some of them, they explode. And I'm just now realizing that connection. This is why they keep blowing up when we beat them. Because they're robots. Because Krang's the one supporting Shredder by giving him robotic minions instead of him actually like training people to do it. So here goes the enemy I was talking about. The enemy with the Mouser hands. And when you defeat them, his hands explode and then they become Mousers themselves, which just gives us even more hostiles we have to fight and defend ourselves against. Thankfully, that's more points for us, so this is a good way for me to level up Donatello too. Since the other 3 are already at max level, let me get this tape. Forget that.
Think of trying to steal my story.
And I think that should be the last state we need to complete Vernon's request. Go ahead and beat these robots. I really don't need this pizza. I don't know why I bothered to grab it. Oh, he threw me into the television set? I didn't realize that when I was playing. There's nothing up here. Let's go ahead and beat these guys. I still can't get over how beautiful this game looks. Even like now, like watching the replay of me playing like earlier, it makes me want to play it again, but I've been playing this game for 3 days straight. I'm done with it for right now. It just makes me want to go back and play it, just how beautiful it looks. But if I do play it again, I want to play it with my friends on Loser Lounge, so we can actually like start recording some stuff for them. Ooh, phone's going off. I'll move you on my chair so I don't have to see you. And we can utilize these objects here to like help defeat these enemies, but you have to time it like really well, and I'm not too good at that at the moment, so I'm going to have to mostly rely on using my supers and just some decent attacks whenever they get in the spot. Can I use this? No? Thankfully Donatello has some good range, so I can actually attack that barrel from really far away, because I did not expect to hit that from where I was. See if there's anything in here, since these are breakable, because you never know whenever you'll find a collectible hidden somewhere. And thankfully I've been doing a relatively good job at showing you where everything is. We only have 2 more things left to really show off. That, at least 2 more things I have to tell you about that I didn't show off because I found it off screen when I was recording, and in order for me to show it again, I would have to start the game all over again, and I don't want to do that. At least not right now. Ooh. In fact, this area, yeah, this area is the last section, so we're getting pretty close to where the boss is. It's got a few more mousers to destroy. And check these boxes over here, see if there's anything else I'm missing. Bust up these TVs. Oh, found some mousers, which coincidentally I did not want to fight. Thankfully, ooh, I'm doing really good at dodging all these missiles that's coming in somewhere. Try to kill me. The last mouse is destroyed. And was it this box over here that has a pizza for me? I hate so much getting chomped because it just takes take a while for me to actually get out, because I have it set to like button mashing to get it out of it, and sometimes I get a little bit too eager with the button mashing and I will accidentally hit the Y button as part of that. And by the time I do hit the Y button, I'm out of its mouth, and I just waste my super when I wasn't trying to. And I think this is what, oh, it didn't, yeah, just like right there. I accidentally used my super when I didn't want to, but I could use it at a different point. And now, like, yep, I died. And I think literally, like, right after this screen is where pizza's gonna show up. So if I would just, like, stayed alive just a little bit longer, I would have been PTP'd, but you know what? It's that here and there, just keep up where I'm going. I got 3 more lives left, so as long as I don't mess up too badly, we'll be fine. Go ahead and focus on you. Now I just have to destroy you with 2 hands. And yep, there goes the pizza. And now we're at the boss, and I don't even need it. Thankfully, it stays here during the boss fight. Alright, so here's Metalhead. So, coincidentally, that I'm playing this as Donatello, since Donatello's the one that created Metalhead, I believe. Yeah, I think so, because that's been relatively constant in multiple iterations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where Donatello creates Metalhead. I haven't seen him yet inside the cartoon, but that's because I keep falling asleep. So hopefully I'll be able to see him soon if I go back to watching it today. But thankfully he has a relatively decent pattern. He utilizes a lot of grabbing type moves or like long range attacks like Donatello, but he does that spinning kick too whenever you get too many good hits on him, like facing forward. And as you saw before, once you get like a decent amount done, then he'll go into the center, put up a force field and start shooting missiles. And for the most part, it telegraphs it pretty well, so you have a good way to actually avoid getting hit by it. And oh, that pizza bit kind of right now. There is a bomb right there. Every time he does that, there will be one left around, so it will explode eventually. So just make sure you avoid that. Try to build up the gauge, but couldn't really do it because the stupid mouse was in my way. Now should be a good time for me to do it. Good. meter filled up. And I think maybe one more super right here, and that's it for Metalhead.
It's also clear to me now.
Just a
the
minute.
turtles are my friends. System crash.
Way to go!
And Donatello leveled up yet again. Oh cool, we completely leveled up getting hit by 2 or more obstacles. And this will probably be where we go ahead and end off the video. But with that, we find the last piece of Krang's body.
Tonight, I dine on turtle soup.
Alright. So with that, that is the end for today's episode. So thank you guys for watching this episode of Let's Play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and take on episode 11 with Donatello again. So as always, if you guys like the video, give it a like and comment on those good things you know to say, and I'll see you guys in the next time. So until then, take care everyone.